Hi, this is Karen Kelly with CIT 336, Section 5. Today we're going to talk about PHP Sanitize filters and flags. So why do we need sanitizing filters and flags? Well, since we don't have any control of what people put into our forms and are trying to enter with our databases, we need to have a line of security. So some of these threats can be improper data that's put into the website. This can cause it to crash, or an SQL injection, which is a form of code injection or script from another website, and this will cause dangerous behaviors. This allows hackers to get in and can also crash your database. Those are two big reasons. So why are we going to sanitize? Well, we want to protect from improper data, stuff that isn't supposed to be in there. We don't want any code that's injected from another website, and we don't want an SQL injection. Some of our sanitizing IDs is the ones we use the most are the filter sanitize string, filter sanitize email, and filter sanitize URL. And these validate filters, and they also check for the variable against what it's validating, depending on what it is. And the sanitizing filter gives us a little bit more specificity. This is our string. So what it's going to do is this is going to take our string, and our string is just a list of words, script tags. Okay, it's going to take out the script tags. It's going to take out anything that's not supposed to be there. It's going to filter it, and then it's going to clean it up. And then we're telling it that, hey, we want you to look at this string. Now this one is for an email, and so instead of saying, well, we have a string of words, we have an email. You need to look at an email, and the one thing that it won't do is it will not remove these characters. The URL is just like the email. It has characters that it won't remove. There are a lot of filters, and if you want to see what they are, the sanitizing filters, you can look this up. Why do we want to filter? Well, we want to protect against invalid data, cookies, web service data, database query results. We want to make sure that we filter out anything that might cause our database an issue. To do this, we need to have a filter input. And what a filter input does is it specifies the ID or the name of the filter that it's going to use. A default filter is there all the time, and it accepts whatever we put in, and it just kind of tries to figure it out. Our syntax is filter input, and then you need a type, a variable, the filter, and the options. And what it's going to do is going to return a value, whether it's a success, failure, or null. These are the two parameters that we see the most, the filter get and the filter post. There's some others there as well. A flag narrows down what we're looking for, and not every filter has a flag. So here are some flag options, and I only did the one for the filter string. There are many more, and this is the website that I used. So if you wanted to look at them, you could. And this just goes through and tells you what they each do. So we're telling it that we want to filter, and the flag is telling us that we don't want to encode the quotes. So it's not going to encode any single or double quotes. And it just kind of goes down through and tells you what that is. The syntax to sanitize and filter, we need to have a function. So our function is going to be filter var. The var is the variable. And this variable is going to check and the type of check we're going to use. So here's an example. We're going to, in PHP, this is going to be our var as email. And we want to sanitize rubberducky@quacky.com. Okay, so we're going to do email. We're going to filter var because this is our function. We're going to do the email, which would be our variable. And we want to filter and sanitize, and we want to make sure that it's an email. And then it's going to validate that email, and we need to have an if statement, and we're going to say, hey, if this email comes out of the validation and is false, it's a valid email. Or else the email is not valid. And this is what will actually kick out on your website. When you have somebody put in a email and name on your form to sign it, either just log in or to register, this is what it's going to kick out. It's going to say, hey, you know, this isn't valid, or yeah, hey, you're valid. And here's an example. So we've got our PHP, and here's our string, and this is just a basic string. And we're going to put this string in here. So what this is going to do is we're asking it to filter it and check it out. We have the string, it's our variable. Okay, and we're asking it to filter and sanitize. We're telling it it's a string. So it's going to go in and it's going to pull out anything but the string. It's going to echo out our string. And this is going to echo out hello world. And as you see, it dropped the H1 tags. Our other one that we have is a PHP. We're going to check the email. We have the rubberducky@quacky.com. We're going to ask it to sanitize it. So we're saying, okay, email. We're gonna filter and sanitize our email. Okay, and this is going to come out as true because everything come out right. Now with this one over here, we've put a couple of quotation marks in here, and we're going to see what this one does. And what it's going to do is when it filters and sanitizes it, it's going to pull out all of the things that are not supposed to be there. And then it's going to say, hey, rubber ducky will turn out true because we took out what did not make sense, that was not right, it was invalid. So it took out these. To summarize, we are adding a layer of security that we need for the database. We need to sanitize, and this adds an extra layer. It removes the threats and reports that the string's valid. The filter's looking for insecure sources and user input, and the flags narrow down what the site is looking for. And these are my resources that I use to help me do this. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.